Hey guys, so I'm hoping that you can see me okay, because I think last time I was on camera I was just like way too close. But for those of you who don't know me, my name is Lynn Smith, and I am just your average busy mom. I have an almost 4-year-old toddler girl, and we are pregnant with baby number 2. We're having a baby boy that we're super excited about, and I just have a real passion for homemaking. Specifically, I love being in the kitchen, making meals for my family and trying out new recipes. And so today I wanted to hop on really quick just to share with you guys an easy and one of my favorite recipes. I'm gonna do a live cooking demonstration of home style meatloaf, So I want to share that with you guys. But really quickly, before I begin, I do want to share that if you're interested after watching this video in this particular recipe or any similar recipes, I do have a 12-week winter meal plan that is available to any mom or any dad who does most of the cooking in the household. This 12-week winter meal plan is 24 recipes, and it's specific to the winter season. So I have recipes in here for chilies, for soup, for casserole dishes, and different types of poultry. So all the recipes are actually listed here at the very front of the book. And it's not just a recipe book. This is like a complete system, the whole system to help moms be more organized in the kitchen. So it actually comes with a meal calendar. So for 12 weeks, I schedule 4 meals per week. So you know exactly what meals to cook each week. That takes the guesswork out of what's for dinner, which can be a real stressor for moms, right? And then I have prepared a weekly grocery list. So for each of the meals that you're prepared to cook for the week, I already prepared a grocery list for you. So you know exactly what ingredients you need to purchase from the store, making grocery shopping a breeze much easier for you. With the meal plan, I only schedule 4 meals per week. Take into consideration that you may have leftovers, or if your family is like mine, you eat takeout 1 or 2 times a week. For us specifically, that's on the weekends. So if you're interested in getting more information on this meal plan, there is a link in the description box of this video, this post. You can click on that to get more information on this meal plan recipe book. And if you decide to invest and purchase, you can, when you purchase, you actually can download this immediately. So you actually can have access to it to make a new recipe for your family as early as tonight. All right, so let's get into the actual recipe. Again, it's home style meatloaf. I use this particular pan that I love because, you know, back in the day, we just threw our meat on a traditional pan and had to shape it ourselves, but this already comes shaped, which makes it much easier. It's 2-piece, so you have the second piece with the handles. It makes lifting the loaf out of the pan that much easier, which is great. And it actually has the holes at the very bottom, so it allows you the juices and the grease to drain from the loaf to the bottom of the pan. So I love this particular dish. I actually got it from Amazon, I think for about $13. If you're interested in this particular pan or one that's very similar to it, you can actually go to Amazon and purchase it. I have the link to this particular pan in the description of this post. You can click on it and see it, or look at other similar ones. All right, so let's get to the actual recipe. I'm gonna move this a bit closer and reposition so you guys can see everything I have here set up to prepare the meatloaf. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make the sauce for the meatloaf. And it only requires 3 ingredients: ketchup, brown mustard, and brown sugar. So I'm gonna use my toddler's bowl for the sauce. And I already measured out about 1/3 cup of ketchup here. I hope you guys can see that it's not lopsided. I'm just gonna go ahead and dump that in. And it only calls for about 2 tablespoons of mustard. This is the sauce. Just gonna mix that together. And we're just gonna set this aside because we're gonna top the meatloaf with this sauce, and it's so good. I love it. Simple sauce. All right, just gonna give that a good stir, mix it up well. See clumps of brown sugar, so I'm gonna try to get that out. All right. So this is what it looks like. There's your sauce there for your loaf. I'm actually gonna set this in the fridge while we actually mix the ingredients for the loaf. So I'll be back in 1 second. All right, so I love meatloaf, y'all. But the thing about meatloaf is it's messy to make it. Like, you really have to kind of get your hands in and dig in for it really to kind of get all the flavors mixed in together. So it calls for about 1.5 pound of ground turkey, and of course you can use beef. Ground turkey is just a much healthier option, so I'll always use ground turkey. It calls for 1 whole onion. That's what we have here. 1 cup of milk, 1 cup of breadcrumbs, and 1 egg. So we're gonna go ahead and get all of this mixed in together along with some salt and pepper. So we have our onions here. I like to kind of cut my onions up or slice them up thinly because you don't want to be eating chunks of onion in your meatloaf. Also have my 1 cup of breadcrumbs, and breadcrumbs also, it helps the meatloaf to kind of form and stick, but it also gives it a nice seasoning. I think my breadcrumbs is like Italian seasoning, which is really good. You have your 1 cup of milk, and I just wait to the end just to kind of mix everything in together, so I don't have to get my hands down and dirty one time. Have you 1 egg here, and then you also have, I just sprinkle salt and pepper, no specific amount of measurements. I just go ahead and just sprinkle that in together. All right, so this is the part that gets kind of messy. My Aunt Amy, if she ever comes back and watch this video, I heard her say once to somebody who was saying they don't make meatloaf well. She's like, you really got to dig in and use your hands and kind of mix that thing up together well. So that is what I'm going to do. It might get a bit messy, but no gloves, nothing. I still got my red ring on my finger, and the reason why is because it's stuck. I can't get it off. I've gained some weight since I got married, so it's a hassle to get that thing off, but I will make sure that I clean it well once I'm done. But you just kind of get in here, mix it up just really well. Get some seasons off the side of the bowl, and really just kind of turn it over and just get everything nicely mixed. And that sauce that we made is going to add a nice flavor to it as well. So I love that. Everything in my recipe book is pretty much the majority of the recipes there are 1 dish. So you really having your protein, your vegetables, your carbs all in 1 dish. These are one of the recipes that is not included or specified as 1 dish. So I will have to make 2 sides with this. I'll probably do mashed potatoes and a side of vegetables to go with this dish. But meatloaf is something you don't have to wait Sunday to eat meatloaf. You can eat it any day of the week. It's a lean meat. Well, ground turkey is a lean meat, so it's not too heavy, but it's hearty, and this recipe is delicious. And I think I've kind of mixed it up pretty well. So what I would do is I would turn around really quick and just wash my hands in the sink, and we'll get ready to put this into the meatloaf pan, which is right beside me. So here we go. All right, try to get as much as off my finger as I can, and then give my hand a good wash. And I'll do that. You know, I'm thinking about it. This is what I keep at my kitchen. Myers hand soap to easily wash my hands at the kitchen, especially when I'm preparing meats. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'll actually link this to in the description. So if you're interested in having this in your kitchen to easily clean your hand, especially when you're preparing meats, instead of using dish detergent like I used to back in the day, I'll admit to that. All right, so now I'm just gonna transfer our meat from the bowl over to the pan, and literally you're just taking it and dumping it. You don't have to do anything in particular, you can smooth it out. But this dish is already shaped like a loaf, so the meat is gonna just naturally just take shape. I'm just actually just gonna dump this in here. And like I said, it takes about 15 minutes to prep. Not long at all. It yields about 6 to 8 servings. So me and my family can eat off this for 2 days. We can have 2 servings of this. And it's just so easy to make. He put it in the oven at 350 for about an hour. And my family will have meatloaf for dinner tonight. I'm sure my husband will appreciate it after a long days of work. All right, so basically, this is what it looks like. I'm gonna actually just smooth that out in my meatloaf pan. Just kind of smooth the top off, just like that. And the pan already allows the loaf to kind of take like a natural shape, so you don't have to go through that hassle trying to shape out your meatloaf like we did back in the day. That's what I actually love about this pan. And again, if you want this particular pan or something similar, the link is in the description of this post. You can go straight to Amazon and get it. I got it for about $13 and I love it. And again, it's 2-piece. So all I have to do is basically lift this handle up and it will pull the loaf out of the dish nicely. And I'm gonna run to the fridge and grab the sauce, and we're just gonna lather that on top. And so this is what that looks like. It's nice and smooth out in the pan. There we go. Let me grab the sauce. Grab a spoon here. I'm just gonna literally just dump this on top, just like this, and spread that out. And once it's done cooking, again, it takes an hour to cook at 350 in the oven. I will actually show you guys what it looks like once it's cooked in my stories. So make sure you check back at some point today my stories to actually see what this looks like. And again, this recipe and other similar recipes for the winter season, hearty dishes, simple and easy for any busy mama to cook. Spend 20 minutes in the kitchen. Y'all been here literally less than 15 minutes. Already have this prep, put in the oven. So no fuss, no stress for the busy mom. If you want similar recipes, check out that winter meal plan book in the description of this post, and you can have access to it immediately. All right. All right, so here we go. This is the meatloaf for today. Put it in the oven, and that's it, y'all. Easy, simple meals for the busy mama. Hope you guys enjoy.